Yes, welcome to the Clasital's Listening Matching Information session. Today we are going to make some questions with you, and I am sorry for the camera. I think something happened to my cam and I can't fix it, but I will fix it in a short time. But today, uh, sorryly, I won't be opening my cam. But can you hear me well? Is the voice okay? I hope so. Yes, okay. Very good. Let me share my screen with you. By the way, welcome Sabri, welcome Riha, welcome Nihil. This lesson will be an interactive lesson. You will be answering the questions with me. I will wait for you before giving the answer, and we will look at the questions and answers together. Oops, is it the right one? No, this is the right one. Yes. Okay, let's see what we will learn today. You will see how the matching questions come up in the exam. I will be sharing some tips and strategies with you, and we have two example. Okay, if you are taking the paper-based exam, you will see the questions like this. You will only get to listen to the audio only once, and as you hear, you will answer these questions. It is like, and after you completed it, you will transfer your answer to the answer sheet, and extra 10 minutes will be given to you to transfer your answers. And if you are taking the computer-based exam, you will see like the headings like this, and with your mouse, you will drag them to the correct places. Okay, this is the you will see this example in my questions too. This is how you do it. It says, for example, company policy for apprentices. So using the internet, is it encouraged? Are there some restrictions, or is it against the rules? You will decide using the internet what will go which category. Actually, this is a categorization question. You will categorize the uh, the the items with the headings. Yes, like this. It will be clear with the example questions too, don't worry. These questions type usually comes up in the section 2 or 3. You will see both of the examples too. The speakers might change the answers. For example, they can use, mm, I like ice cream, but I like chocolates more. So maybe they can change the answer. They can change their example with the but. However, although with these conjunctions. Yes, the questions come up in the same order as the recording. First, you will hear the example answer of this question, then you will hear the example of this question. And it will go on like that. Yes, the speaker will use the synonyms of the word in the answer. For example, in these questions, you will hear the words using the internet. You will hear that, but this the headings ABC they will change. Maybe the speaker won't say it is encouraged, but most probably the speaker will say something else. But you will hear the words using the internet, flexible working, booking holidays. You will hear that. Look for the instruction. Is it says, for example, write the correct letter? Okay. but in some questions, the questions ask like that you can use any number, any letter more than once. So when you hear that, you will understand that you can use any letter more than once. Questions are not paraphrased. You will actually hear the exact words. Yes, like I said, this part will be the same. You will hear these words, then this part will be changed. So I hope that you won't have any difficulty during the exam in this type of questions. Yes, any questions so far? As I said, you will hear the audio only once, and as you listen, you will answer the questions. Let me see. You will hear a manager giving a welcome tour to the new apprentices. Listen carefully and write the correct letter A, B, or C next to the question. You can use any letters more than once. Okay, so yes, like there is a three option, and we have one, two, three. We have six questions. So yes, you will use the letters more than once. Let's say, what does the manager say about each of the following aspects of the company policy for apprentices? Okay. As we listen, when I hear the answer, when I hear the keywords, I will stop the audio and I will expect you to give me the answer. Is it okay? You can write it from the chat part. Let's start.
Now listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
Now, I just want to run through a few company policies for our apprenticeship scheme with you. Most importantly, the internet. As part of your job, you'll be doing some research online, so obviously you'll have unlimited access for that. But please don't use it for personal use. You'll have your own phones for that. Some of you have already asked me.
Could you hear the voice record? Could you catch the answer? Okay, my first question is using the internet. What is my answer? Is it encouraged? Are there some restrictions? Or is it against the rules? B, I think you are right. Yes, it says, it says, please use it for the work, but use your own phone for the personal things. Okay, very good. Let's continue.
You'll have your own phones for that. Some of you have already asked me about flexible working. After your probationary 3-month period, some of you will be eligible for this, but it will depend on which department you're in and what your personal circumstances are, so please don't assume you'll automatically be permitted to do this.
Yes, let me see the answers. By the way, this is from section 2. This is from section 2, and you will come across these ones at the section 2. There is one person is speaking about a daily subject here. Okay, let me see the answers. I have C, I have B. Do you want to listen to it again? Hanna, what do you think? Please participate too. This is for you. Don't worry, this is not the real exam. This is just some exercises. This is some practice. So if you know the answer, if you have a guess, please share it with me. Okay, let's continue.
for this, but it will depend on which department you're in and what your personal circumstances are.
Yes, it can be possible, she says, but it just depends on some circumstances and which department you are something like that. Okay, let's continue. The third questions, it is booking holidays.
So please don't assume you'll automatically be permitted to do this. I want to make sure there's no confusion about our holiday policy. Apart from any statutory public holidays, we ask that you don't book any holidays until after your 6-month apprenticeship has finished.
Okay, could you catch it? Very good. CCC. Yes, she says, we ask you not to book any holiday before your 6 months. I think she said 6 months, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so it is against the rules. Very good. Let's continue.
Time off should only be taken if you are unwell. Please speak to your supervisor if this is going to be a problem. You'll be expected to work a 40-hour week, but there may be opportunities to do overtime during busy periods. Although you're not required to do this, it can be a valuable experience, so we advise you to take it up if possible. Obviously, we understand that people do have commitments outside work, so don't worry if there are times when you are unavailable.
A. Very good. S. What is it? Yes, it is encouraged. Working overtime is encouraged here. Do you see? We see the words in the question, but we see the paraphrase version of the answers in the audio. But yes, you are doing great. Let's continue. Wearing trainers. Please pay attention because it is a little bit specific. It doesn't say wearing sports shoes, it says wearing trainers or wearing sports clothes.
As you know, we don't have a formal dress code here. You may wear casual clothes as long as they're practical. And the only restriction for shoes we have is on high heels for health and safety reasons. Comfortable shoes like trainers are preferable. There's a heavily subsidized canteen on site.
Yes, I think so too. It says wearing high heels is forbidden. She doesn't say it's forbidden, but says something else. But she says it's against the rules. But wearing trainers are encouraged. Very good. Hmm. Yes, I see many A's. Wearing trainers is very okay, and it is for the casualty. It is okay. It says okay. The last one, bringing food to work.
Where you can get hot meals or salads cheaply. Snacks and drinks are also provided, so we've decided to introduce a no-packed lunch policy. This is partly to encourage healthy eating at work and partly to stop people from eating at their workstation. Provided, so we've decided to introduce a no-packed lunch policy. This is
She says no packed lunch policy. So bringing footwork is against the rules. Yes, very good. This was from section 2 questions, and we did B, B, C, A, C. Yes, very good. Let's move on to the next question. Yes, it says, what decision? Oh, this time I didn't write the subject of the question, but two students are speaking about something about education. They are making a decision about the things. They are making decisions, they're preparing a presentation, and they decide on historical background, geographical factors, past mistakes, future risks, and international implications. Okay, here we will hear these words exactly, but this part will be changed. This part will be paraphrased. And this is from section 3. So these questions are a little bit more difficult. Uh, as well as the other one, I will stop the audio when I hear the answer. So listen attentively, and when you hear the answer, please write it on the chat part. First, let's see the questions. Of course, it says historical background. Use visuals. Keep it short. Involve other students. Check the information is accurate. Provide a handout. Focus on one example and do online research. Okay. Geographical factors, past mistakes, future risk, and international implications. Now we can listen.
You have some time to look at questions
You will
26 to 30.
always have time to look at the questions.
Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
So, I think we've probably got enough for our presentation. It's only 15 minutes.
Okay, so I suppose we'll begin with some general historical background about why coastal cities were established. But we don't want to spend too long on that. The other students will already know a bit about it. It's all to do with communications and so on.
Yes. We should mention some geographical factors.
Could you catch the answer? Is it now? It says, very good, Kushal. It says, we already talked about the. Let us listen to it again.
Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
So, I think we've probably got enough for our presentation. It's only 15 minutes.
Okay, so I suppose we'll begin with some general historical background about why coastal cities were established. But we don't want to spend too long on that. The other students will already know a bit about it. It's all to do with communications and so on.
Yes.
What do you think now? It doesn't say that in the audio. It says we shouldn't keep it too long, and in my decision it says keep it short. Like eliminate, use visual, no. Involve other students, no. Check information, no. No, no, no. So it just give me one answer. Yes, very good. It just left one example to me, one answer to me, and it is keep it short. Okay, let me write it here. And by the way, it says write the correct letter. So please do not write the whole sentence, whole text. Just read the letter because it is asking us to write the letter. If you write the whole sentence, it will be wrong. Okay, now geographical factors.
We should mention some geographical factors, things like wetlands and river estuaries and coastal erosion and so on. We could have some maps of different cities with these features marked.
On a handout, you mean? Or some slides everyone can see?
Yeah, that'd be better.
It'd be good to go into past mistakes in a bit more detail.
Okay, what do you think about it? Yes, I think so too. It says use visuals. Very good. It says using a map, blah blah, something. So it means using visuals. Very good. We are getting better. And now past mistakes.
Can see.
Yeah, that'd be better.
It'd be good to go into past mistakes in a bit more detail. Did you read that case study of the problems there were in New Orleans with flooding a few years ago?
Yes, we could use that as the basis for that part of the talk. I don't think the other students will have read it, but they'll remember hearing about the flooding at the time.
Okay. So that's probably enough background.
This is a little bit trickier. Could you catch the answer? What do they say about the past mistakes? Use visuals? No. Keep it short? No. Maybe. Check the information is accurate? No. Provide a hangout. Focus on one example. Do online research. What do you think, my students? What do they talk about when they are talking about the past mistakes? They are talking, there was an incident like this, and we can focus on that one. So if we give example from that one, they will understand it. Yes, I am paraphrasing the audio too. Yes, that makes my answer F. Do you want to listen to it again? Let's listen to it again. Then I won't stop. I will just continue with the future risks questions, but we will listen to that part again too.
For that part of the talk. I don't think the other students will have read it, but they'll remember hearing about the flooding.
Or some slides everyone can see.
Yeah, that'd be better.
It'd be good to go into past mistakes in a bit more detail. Did you read that case study of the problems there were in New Orleans with flooding a few years ago?
Yes, we could use that as the basis for that part of the talk. I don't think the other students will have read it, but they'll remember hearing about the flooding at the time.
Okay. So that's probably enough background.
So then we'll go on to talk about what action's been taken to deal with the problems of coastal cities.
Okay. What else do we need to talk about? Maybe something on future risks, looking more at the long term if populations continue to grow?
Yeah, we'll need to do a bit of work there. I haven't got much information, have you?
No, we'll need to look at some websites. Shouldn't take too long.
Okay. And I think we should end.
Yes, you are very, very right. Oh, I was assuming we will work on this one. Yes. What do they say? We should check something from the web, from the internet. We should do some research. We need information. They said. So, yes, this makes my answer D. They should do some online research about it. Yes, as you can see, we clearly heard the word future risks, but that part was paraphrased. So in this part, elimination can do the best job for you because it gives me answer. Yes, my students, let's continue with the last question.
by talking about international implications. Maybe we could ask people in the audience. We've got people from quite a lot of different places.
That'd be interesting if we have time, yes. So now, shall we go on?
See. Yes, they are involving other students. Again, I'm going with the elimination. And in this one, they don't say you can use any letter more than once, so I can assume that I will only use one letter for once. We have already used it. Already used it. They haven't said anything about checking the information. Provide a handout. We haven't heard of it. We used. So I have only two options, and yes, involving other student is the correct option. You are very good. It's submit it. Let's do it. Did I do? Yes, very good. We have spent 33 minutes on this one. And yes, we did all the questions correctly. Let me see. Let me share another screen with you where you can find a lot of examples. Yes, this is me. And this is my lesson. Uh-oh. And yes, after a while it happens. Yes, in here, do you see the library? You can click on the library and from the practice materials, let me see, we did listening. From the listening materials, you can find these questions and many other questions, and you can practice it. If you want to succeed, you should practice a lot before your exam with the and practice will make it perfect. So please, my students, work on the questions, and you can go to, for example, let me go to videos. You can go to videos, and from here you can find the matching information questions, and you can look how to solve the questions. Okay, do you have any questions to me? Do you want to ask anything? And let me share the library link with you. Yes. And let me see when is our next lesson. When is our next lesson? Our next lesson tomorrow at 4, but it is with the, let me see, it is with the Turkey time. I think we have how many hours between us? I'm not sure. If you go to Clasital webpage, you will see it with your time zone. Don't worry. Tomorrow we have speaking lessons about food and cooking. It is a very common subject in IELTS speaking. If you don't have any other questions, it is time to say goodbye now. Do you have any questions to me? Okay, then. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for joining to the classroom. Yes. Goodbye, everyone. See you soon. Thank you for your time.